What's up with the squad? Back with another video. I said that I was going out. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Ilhan Omar dropped one of the corniest videos that she possibly could, knowing that she's in trouble, I should say. She posted allow me to reintroduce myself video. I can't play the sound. I play a little bit of it. Basically put that out there, you know, that basically on who she is and what she's about and who she's about. And there's a live investigation going on with her. You have a post by Bridget Gabriel saying counting down the days until we see the shameless justice when Ilhan Omar is deported. A lot of people are wanting this to happen. This is not just, you know, I truly feel like it's the people that don't want her obviously are people that aren't thinking that, you know, you have those brainwashed people. And then you have every Somalian, not just in Minnesota either. And I truly find it wild. I still found it wild that people are still even supporting her from the get-go. You got it right here. Ilhan Omar, home mugshot. Trump administration is reportedly moving to revoke the citizenship of Democrat Congresswoman Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, initiate deportation proceedings to remove her from our country. This is a part of the removal of temporary protection status for all Somali illegal aliens and migrants in the state of Minnesota. The citizenship revocation proceedings against Omar are being initiated on the basis that Ilhan Omar has committed major financial fraud, stealing millions of aid, along with immigration fraud by marrying, so it's said, her brother to illegally come to the United States. It's said that. Like, it's nothing. I have to watch what I say because I know a lot of people be like, whoa, reckless didn't happen. I gotta watch what I say. This woman is radically Islamic jihadist who has always hated America if she had her way. We would all be living under Sharia law. Send her back. Do you agree? And me personally, I ain't gonna lie. With everything going on, I'm gonna have to say I definitely agree. I'm gonna have to say that I definitely agree when it comes down to it. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely have to agree. You have Ilhan Omar on here on the Breakfast Club. I do want to say, not even trying to be funny. If y'all are hearing me right now and y'all don't see anything about the Breakfast Club, I got copyrighted and blocked from it. So y'all probably won't see it. But just check out the lies that she says, within this investigation and how she's trying to make. I'm telling y'all, it's lies. Check it out.
Watch this little doozy.
Yeah,
Is there an investigation?
if you know of some, let me know.
I wouldn't call it an investigation.
Yeah.
There's just been a focus on the rapid increase in your household wealth tied to your husband's companies.
Well, they have to make a choice to investigate, right? Like, do they choose to investigate or not?
I mean, if you've done something illegal, you would investigate.
But they're not investigating you.
I have not been made aware of an investigation.
Y'all know why she's not made aware of the investigations? Because she's not answering her phone. She knows about it. They've been calling her. There's been voicemail, everything about the investigation. And it's been on the internet.
Into me or my family.
But when you look at the increase in your household wealth tied to your husband's companies, you understand why that raises questions for people watching from that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's again one of the it's their saying, right? Like, there is no wealth increase. If you look at my husband's income, it's almost non-existent. He's helped make sure our children are going to college, and our young one is taken care of.
With $30 million, of course. You know what I mean? Of course. Like, it's keep on talking. We love it. Keep talking.
There is no wealth. There ranges the businesses that he was invested in. I'm pretty sure. I don't even know what.
Well, they say. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Because they said you reported a net worth between $6 million and $30 million, and they said your 2023 disclosure was roughly between $40,000 and $250,000.
Yeah, but they're not net worths. They're like the asset things for the companies, and so I don't know what percentage of it my husband actually has investment in. Like, that's not, you know what I mean? It's not a full picture of the numbers in the way that it is presented in the document, because in the documents we have to do ranges and we have to report in a way that is not detailed. It's not like your tax return that you're submitting for the public record to see.
But that is a big increase, though. So you could understand why people would ask questions.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it'll get like adjusted at some level when those ranges are looked at.
And I think I saw that your husband was asked to turn over some documents but didn't comply. So is that true?
From who?
Oh, get the. And you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell like that she's lying. I mean, it's nothing. You can definitely tell that she's lying bad. Especially when it comes down to like, okay, let me answer this question with a question. I mean, you can definitely just tell just the way she's speaking, her body language, like she's definitely uncomfortable with Charlamagne continuing to ask her these questions. I'm telling you.
I don't know. I guess the Department of Justice, I don't know.
The House Oversight Committee and the Government Reform Committee. That was what was reported. That I think it was early on in like January, February, that he was asked to turn over like emails and different things. And
there is no oversight that the Oversight Committee has over my husband or me. So why would you submit documents to an entity that has nothing to do with you?
Oh.
I hope she ends up in jail.
Man, I'm telling you, the thing is, I know a lot of people are wanting the same thing because they see straight through her. They see the things that she's causing. They see what she's doing, and people are really, truly tired of it. They're really, truly tired of it, and it's definitely sickening that you have to go through this. You know what I'm saying? And we still talking about this. This has been what? We've been talking about this heavily for, I would definitely say, since what, last year in January, something like that. It's definitely been a while, but I'm talking about like just straight, just what's going on with Ilhan Omar. And then it got like heavier. I'm telling y'all, bro, this ain't it. This is not it. Definitely crazy. Says Minnesota lawmakers just launched a full investigation into Ilhan Omar due to her possible role in a massive fraud scheme. She knows about this. I'm telling you, bro.
Financial disclosures had said the estate of Omar and her husband, Tim Minett, jumped from being in debt to somewhere between $6 million and $30 million in 2024. They amended their financial disclosure and released it to show the estate is really somewhere between $18,000 and $95,000. They blame the discrepancy as much as $29 million on an accountant who did not subtract the liabilities of Minett's businesses. And this is the same congresswoman who championed the Meals Act. That was the COVID relief program intended to provide food for poor kids suffering during the pandemic. Republicans say that created the pathway for the Feeding Our Future scandal, a $250 million boondoggle of meals billed but never provided. A restaurant at the center of the scandal was the Safari restaurant. Omar held campaign events there. One of the owners, Salem Ahmed Saeed, was convicted for his role in the scandal. The Republican chair of the House Fraud Committee made repeated requests for Omar to show up. No response from Omar.
It's just another example of disrespecting.
So you literally have Ilhan Omar that literally says, I just find it real wild. You literally have Ilhan Omar that's saying there's not an investigation. It's not like it's wild to me. The lies that is very wild to me. What investigation? She obviously knows. We know she definitely knows about it. It's nothing to hide. It's nothing to lie about, I should say. It's nothing to lie about. You got it right here. J.D. Vance told Benny Johnson Ilhan Omar committed immigration fraud and the Trump administration has proof. Murder's Tom Homan just confirmed it and dropped a chilling warning. It's true. Check it out.
I sat down with the vice president, and he was talking about fraud. He just finished up his first roundtable meeting about fraud and how to attack it with the entire department, with all the department heads. It was very impressive. Of course, everybody's in favor of this. And I asked about the Somali daycare fraud, and he just straight up jumped right in and said, Stephen Miller's upstairs, and he has proof that Ilhan Omar lied on her immigration forms. We have that paperwork. We know she did this. And now we're looking for how to take action. Can you fill us in? Do you know what's going to happen? Is the Trump administration going to go there? The floor is yours.
The whole file is being reviewed. A lot of smart people are on it. Stay tuned.
Could you color for us what of the elucidated and many crimes there are that it could be? Because
I cannot get ahead.
There's like a lot of potential things that could have been there.
I can't get ahead of the investigation, but I know that some of this. I know people that are involved in the review, and they're really smart people, and it's in good hands.
All right. It's in good hands. Okay, we got the Allstate endorsement from Tom Homan, and
I'm not gonna lie. I would rather hear that than like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I would definitely love to hear that. Basically, it's in the works. It's in the works. Something is definitely going to happen, and I'm geeked up for it. I'm geeked up for it just for the simple fact that this is something that definitely needs to happen. You know, it needs to happen. I feel like we've been talking about it for so long that it's definitely time for Ilhan, to go ahead and start packing her bags. I mean, and I'm actually surprised that she hasn't yet on her own. Seeing how, but I don't feel like she think that they're serious. I feel like there's obviously people that's even, that in my comments that loves me and loves Trump, but don't think that, they're serious with what they're doing. But me personally, I truly feel like it's going to be some stuff in the works. I don't know about y'all, but definitely do. Says Ilhan Omar just panicked and shut it down. Her husband's winery, widely accused of fraud, closed down after she revised her multi-million status to $100K. One of their projects was named The Devil's Lie. She's now facing state-level fraud investigations in Minnesota as well. So all these investigations are going on, and she then hopped on Breakfast Club saying she don't know of any. Check it out.
Breaking news, Ilhan Omar's husband's wine company has been legally dissolved. You are looking at the state of California certificate of cancellation for Est Crew. That is the wine company owned in part by Tim Wynette, the Minnesota congresswoman's spouse. Now, why would Wynette and his business partner dissolve their wine business, especially in light of this fact? The Wall Street Journal writing, quote, a 2025 email between Omar's husband and his accountant states that the venture capital management firm is valued at $7.9 million and the winery at $1.5 million. He owns roughly a third of both businesses, according to tax documents included with the lawyer's letter. But why was the winery valued so high in the first place? According to the New York Post, Est Crew had all kinds of problems. By 2023, winemakers said they were not being paid, and investors sued. And Est Crew had only $650 by 2024. Now, overall, the Post says Est Crew only sold a handful of wines between 2020 and 2023. Now, look at this. Among the wines sold by Omar's husband was this beautifully labeled Malbec. You see a devious-looking woman. There's a red devil over her right shoulder. Interestingly, the Malbec is called, quote, the Devil's Lie. What a name. Est Crew also sold a Cabernet Sauvignon called Blockchain, a red blend called Overt, described in reviews as flimsy and tart. But Omar's husband's wine venture appears to have come to an end. And a supposed end to, quote, the Devil's Lie Malbec comes just days after we learned that Ilhan Omar accidentally thought she was a multimillionaire. Funny how that happens. Remember this from last week? Omar amended her financial disclosure form, which once showed her husband's businesses valued between $6 million and $30 million, blaming an accounting error. And Omar now values his businesses between $18,000 and $95,000, a change that came after her finances came under investigation. But Tom Homan says, stay tuned.
The whole file is being reviewed.
So I just showed y'all that Tom Homan definitely said stay tuned, and I'm definitely, like I said, I'm geeked for it. It just goes to show you just on how bad, it sounds. Like you just can't just go from all this money. The original reported range from what, 6 million to 30 million, and then revised reported range to 18 to 95,000. It does not work like that. It does not work like that, and she knows that. That's the thing. I'm telling you. Tom Member says, drops the hammer. Pause. Check it out right here.
Ilhan Omar's been under investigation for allegedly marrying her brother so he could immigrate to either a European country or America from Somalia. His name...
And y'all mean to tell me that she knows nothing about these investigations?
Ahmed Nir Saad Elmi. They divorced, and then he fled the country. Does that seem a little bit odd to you?
When I started talking about her latest episodes of what seemingly corrupt behavior, I heard from more people at home, former people from your business. One channel in particular, these guys are retired now, told me that they had the information on Ilhan back in 2013 or 14 when she was first on the rise in Minnesota politics, and their station would not play the story because Minnesotans are afraid of being called names like racist or xenophobe or Islamophobe.
Are you talking about a local station in Minnesota?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Look, I know Tom Homan was on last night somewhere because I heard that he was talking about they are digging into her files as we speak.
Okay.
And there is more to come.
See, I feel like y'all gotta know that it's something like, I feel like that gives y'all, I feel like it should give you a little hope that, you know, you have Tom Homan that said that, and just knowing that things are truly in the works. I know we've been talking about it for this long, and I feel like it's definitely time. I feel like it's definitely time to get things going and get things rolling. Instead of sitting here and, oh, well, such and such is going to do an investigation, or they're going to take over and do an investigation, or this person. I feel like so many people get tired of that. You know what I mean? This whole, you know what I mean? Like it literally gets a little annoying. It definitely gets a little annoying. So I definitely can say that I know people are tired. The simple fact that we've been talking about it for this long. But one thing about it is that we're getting one step closer each and every time. That's what I definitely can say. Get one step closer. One thing that I did have to play, you know, and I seen this clip and I was like, you know what? I need to show people, you know, this clip. You know, and I'm sure y'all have seen it. Some people have seen it, some people haven't. But Jesse Waters definitely, I can tell y'all right now, dropped an amazing truth when it comes down to the Democratic Party. Check it out.
Michael Steele, black man, doesn't care that the group sent $1 million to the neo-Nazis? They paid the Grand Wizard. He doesn't care. They also don't care that the group committed bank fraud, wire fraud, and defrauded all their donors. Don't care. As long as they smeared Republicans. Doesn't matter. The ends justify the means. I'm beginning to think the entire Democratic Party is a whole scam. What is it really about? Stealing money, flooding the country with illegals, and calling us racists. That's it. Every time you look under the hood, all you find are scams. COVID. Wait a second. Fauci funded the lab where the virus came from? Whoa! Somali daycare, $19 billion. Wait a second. There's no children in the daycare center. What happened to USAID? None of the money left D.C. It all went to Democrats there. Everything. Russia, Hunter, whatever happened to the Green New Deal? It was about $1 trillion, right? Where are the windmills?
The green.
Where are the solar panels? Where'd they go? I haven't seen anything. They haven't even built the little charging stations for the EVs. Where did it go? How about Omar? Omar, the other day, was worth $100,000. Next month, she was worth $30 million. Then she went back down to $100,000. How does that happen? They put Donald Trump on trial because of a bookkeeping thing. And she just gets away with inflating and deflating her net worth. Maybe she's hiding the money. Maybe there was never any money. Here's the point. You can't pay racists and then raise money off racism. And it all started 10 years ago in 2014.
I'm not gonna lie, like this whole time he really been speaking facts. Y'all gotta hear him. He been speaking facts.
Incubating the nation with racism. You saw it all over television, all over the newspapers. Race, race. Remember the syrup? Remember the songs? We used to do stories on the 5 all day long. And it crushed the heart and soul of the country. Everyone was afraid. People were getting canceled. You couldn't say what you wanted to say. And then, what did it turn out to be? A big, fat psyop. And it turns out we all love each other. And they don't want us to love each other, but we do anyway. We love you.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the realest thing that I done heard come from. Well, one of the realest from Jesse Waters, and it literally just goes to show you what and who the Democratic Party is about. And that's why I wanted to show people, you know, especially, you know, with having people that's always in my comments that's saying this, saying that, so y'all can actually know what's going on instead of y'all seeing something on the internet, a little clip of something, or listen to a family member or listen to a friend because you want to follow, instead of actually listening, seeing what's going on. I'm not saying that you always should listen to Jesse Waters or you should always listen to what's going on Fox News. You should just listen to the individuals that's speaking and doing these things. You know, they doing it right in front of y'all face. They're doing a lot of this in front of y'all face. And they don't care. I'm telling y'all, people got to lock in. Definitely hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button for me, please. I definitely appreciate that if y'all do that. I don't know what's been going on with my videos. Everything's been moving slow. I don't know. Again, but I don't know what's going on. But definitely, please do that for me. It'll definitely help out if y'all could. I got 2 more videos dropping tonight, so make sure y'all stay tuned for them. Catch y'all next one.